So this is chapter 2. First we will discuss what is matter. So any substance that having two properties. And what are those two properties? If the substance having some mass and it having some volume, all those substances, those are called matter. Now look around yourself. Anything around yourself is a matter. That is pen, that is marker, that is book, even you, gases, water, because all those substances having some masses and they having some volume. Now there are different states of matter, and what is the reason why there are different states of matter? So there are two basic reasons. One is arrangement of the particles. How the particles are being arranged. The particles are closer, they are away from each other. And the second is their kinetic energies. How these particles move. They move slowly, they are moving faster, they are not moving. So now there are four states of matter in your syllabus. One is solid, the other is liquid, the other is gas, and the fourth one is plasma. And any states of matter can be changed into another state of matter. You can heat that state of matter or you can cool down that state of matter. So due to heating or due to cooling, any state of matter can be changed into another state of matter. Very simple. Now we are discussing some properties of each state of matter. We will discuss the three main topics, solid, liquid and gases, and we are discussing their four properties. One is position of the particle, other is their compressibility, the third one about their densities, and the fourth one about their fluidity. They can flow or they can't flow. So solid. Now this marker is a solid. So it has a fixed shape. Why? The particle have fixed location and the particles can only vibrate. This type of motion is called vibration. I mean they can move back and forward around their fixed location. They cannot be compressed. If I want to compress this marker, this is not possible. Why? There are no gaps between the particles. Density, the solids are very high denser because the particles are very close to each other. So when the particles are very close, the density is maximum. Fluidity, solids cannot flow. This marker, this can't grow from this place to another place. So there is no fluidity. The second one is about liquids. So if there is a glass, if there is any glass or you can say any thing that contain liquid, let's suppose they contain water. For example, glass of water. So what about the position of the particle? The particle can move but within the liquid. Within the liquid, when they are in the liquid form, the particle can be compressed and they are less denser because the forces are weak. The particle move freely within the liquid. Yes, a liquid can easily flow. If you pour a liquid water, that will flow from one place to another, so they can easily flow. The third state is gas. If the particle move freely, there is carbon dioxide around you, there is oxygen, there are water vapors, there is nitrogen gas. So the particle can move freely. That's why they have no fixed position. So I mean the position is not fixed. There are no specific shapes of any gas. They can be compressed. The gases can be compressed easily. What is the reason? The particles are so away from each other. There are huge gaps. So when the pressure is applied, when the force is applied, the particle will come closer. So they can be compressed easily. The density is very less because the particles are away from each other and the gases can flow easily because the forces of attractions are very weak in gases. Now further definitions of chapter number 2, and the next is element. Now element is a pure substance. What is the meaning of pure substance? Consisting of same type of atoms. You can say one type of atoms. They cannot be changed into another substance. For example, this is hydrogen. Now there are two atoms, but both the atoms are same. So this is an element. This is sodium. It's a single atom. So this is sulfur. There are total 8 atoms, but all the atoms are same. So when we are talking about element, it having one type of atoms. That may be a single atom, that may be more than 200 billions, any type, but one type of atoms. These cannot be changed into another substance, because if I heat this hydrogen, I can get 2 atoms of hydrogen, but this hydrogen cannot be changed into oxygen. This cannot be changed into sulfur. If I decompose this sulfur, it contains 8 atoms of sulfur. So I will just get 8 atoms of sulfur. It cannot be changed into sodium. This sulfur cannot be changed into hydrogen. So elements cannot be changed into another substance. Now compound, it's also a pure substance when 2 or more than 2 different elements, not same, different elements chemically combine, a compound is formed. Look at the one example. Hydrogen is an element, oxygen is another element. So these are 2 different elements. When they chemically react, water is formed. What is the formula for water? H2O. It contains hydrogen and oxygen, and these are different elements, and they are chemically combined. There is a fixed formula. This is sodium chloride, the common salt that you are using at your home. This is sulfuric acid. It contains hydrogen, sulfur and oxygen. So what is a compound? When 2 or more than 2 different elements chemically combine, and compounds are represented by formulas. Now mixture. Mixture is an impure substance. Now what is the meaning of impure substances? I can easily change the composition. I can add something else. I can remove something. So that means the composition is not fixed. It can be easily changed. So what is the proper definition? When 2 or more than 2 pure substances just mix physically. This is the key point. In compound, they will react chemically. In mixture, they will just mix physically. For example, there should be no chemical reaction in the formation of mixture. For example, we are dissolving sugar in water. What is formed? Sugar solution. This is a mixture. Why this is a mixture? What is the property of sugar? It having a sweet taste, and water is a liquid. Both these properties exist in sugar solution. So when a mixture is formed, nothing new is formed. There are 2 types of mixture. One is homogeneous, the other is heterogeneous. Homogeneous mixture means a mixture having a single phase. Now what is the meaning of single phase? If you have a glass that contains some water, dissolve some sugar in that water. And after dissolving the sugar, look at that glass. You can't see the sugar because the sugars are being dissolved in that water. So you can just see water, but inside water there is a sugar. And the water that you are drinking, that is called mineral water. There are so many minerals, but you can't see a single mineral because the minerals are mixed in that water, and they're giving you a one look. One look is called single phase. The other is heterogeneous, having different phases when you can see the components separately. For example, you are adding sand in water. You have a glass, first add water, then add sand. You can see easily sand and water. So the sand having a different look, the water having a different look. So they have different phases, and that mixture is called homogeneous. Air, it is homogeneous. In the room that you are sitting, there is carbon dioxide, there is nitrogen, there is oxygen, but आप इनको differently नहीं देख सकते. They are just mixed. So air is homogeneous mixture. Sand and water is heterogeneous mixture because the components can be easily seen differently.